The age of the dinosaurs, which spanned over 150 million years, saw the emergence of countless species of these massive reptiles. During this long period, their evolution sometimes took quite unusual forms, resulting in species that achieved great success in various aspects. Today, we decided to rank the dinosaurs based on various criteria among the representatives that dominated the planet. Most of us are familiar only with those species of dinosaurs that became the stars of popular cartoons and Hollywood movies. However, not all of them were the most advanced representatives of their families. Many dinosaur species relied on their enormous size as a survival strategy, with numerous examples qualifying as true giants when compared to the animals that roam our planet today. In this contest for size supremacy, the sauropods emerged as the clear champions. Members of this family can be considered colossal even by the standards of the dinosaur age. Most of our audience is likely more familiar with well-known sauropods such as Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus, yet they were not the record holders in size. It is believed that Diplodocus could reach lengths of 33 meters and weigh as much as 30 tons, while Brachiosaurus grew to only 26 meters and weighed up to 56 tons. Among the earliest known dinosaurs is Amphicoelias, with remains discovered in 1878. Later, traces of these giants were found in both Africa and America. Reconstructions based on these fossils suggest that Amphicoelias could reach lengths of 65 meters and weigh up to 155 tons. Even less is known about the remains of Argentinosaurus, but based on preserved vertebrae measuring more than 1.5 meters, scientists estimate that it could have reached heights of 35 meters and weighed up to 180 tons. When asked about the most bloodthirsty dinosaur, many of our viewers would likely name the Tyrannosaurus or the Carnotaurus. After all, these predatory theropods have been portrayed as the primary threats and the main characters in films and cartoons about dinosaurs. However, within this family, there were even more dangerous beasts, and encountering them could be far more perilous than facing a T-Rex. Examples of such formidable predators include the Mivragosaurus and Mapiosaurus, as well as Albertosaurus. The size of Majungasaurus was quite comparable to that of Tyrannosaurus, but it had a shorter head and a more robust neck structure. This anatomical design enabled it to seize its prey and shake it violently until it succumbed. The length of Mapiosaurus reached up to 12 meters, with a weight of around 3 tons. Among theropods, it could be deemed a true giant, believed to have hunted in packs and fearlessly attacked even Argentinosaurus. While Albertosaurus was significantly smaller than T. rex, recent studies indicate that this size difference provided it with advantages in speed and agility. Many researchers still debate whether Tyrannosaurus was primarily a scavenger, but there is little doubt that Albertosaurus actively hunted and tore into its victims. When it comes to the dinosaur with the most powerful bite, scientists are nearly unanimous in their conclusion: the Tyrannosaurus rex reigns supreme. In terms of bite force, it can only be compared to members of the crocodile family and the giant sharks of its time. Estimates suggest that the T-Rex's bite was twice as powerful as that of modern crocodiles. Among mammals, only animals like wolves and hyenas have the capability to crush bones, but the jaw structure of the Tyrannosaurus does not lend itself to breaking solid bones. Instead, the arrangement of its jaws and teeth is similar to that of other reptiles, which also lack the ability to shatter hard bones. However, the immense strength of the jaw muscles of this predator more than compensates for this limitation. When it bit into the bone of its prey, it did so with such force that it could literally burst the bone, akin to an open fracture. Few creatures could withstand such trauma inflicted by this fearsome predator. Numerous dinosaurs were capable of achieving impressive running speeds, yet among the representatives of that era were both massive creatures the size of a bus and smaller animals comparable to modern chickens. Thus, comparing their speed capabilities must take their body weight into account. Recent research utilizing computer modeling suggests that Carnotaurus, measuring 7 meters in length and weighing up to 1.5 tons, could reach speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, surpassing the speed of world record holders in sprinting. These studies have revealed that the speed of Tyrannosaurus rex is comparable to the pace that players reach during a match, lending support to the theory that it was an active predator rather than merely a scavenger. The undisputed champion of running speed among dinosaurs is the velociraptor, a small predatory dinosaur measuring up to 3 meters in length and weighing around 30 kilograms, capable of sprinting at speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour. Similarly, Gallimimus could reach comparable speeds, showcasing the diverse range of agility among these ancient creatures. The intelligence of a living organism is often gauged by the ratio of brain size to body size. In many large herbivorous dinosaurs, such as Stegosaurus, the brain was no bigger than a walnut, which makes it difficult to argue for high intelligence given their massive size. The title of the most intelligent dinosaur is undoubtedly held by the velociraptor. This small nocturnal predator was once thought to be an ancestor of the creatures whose evolution eventually led to the emergence of humans. Beauty is a highly subjective concept, and determining the criteria to select the most beautiful dinosaur can be quite challenging. Some might appreciate the dorsal ridges and plates of Spinosaurus and Stegosaurus, while others may admire the elegant frills of Triceratops. For some, the ideal predator's grace can be found in Velociraptor or Allosaurus. In our ranking, we chose Microraptor as the leader. This ancestor of modern birds had partially feathered front and even rear limbs. Recent studies have revealed that its feathers exhibited an iridescent black color, akin to the plumage seen in starlings today. Given that Microraptor was likely a nocturnal hunter, it can be inferred that its feather coloration served primarily for communication and attracting mates, making these feathers more of a decorative feature. For protection, many dinosaurs developed formidable armor to defend against predators. There is a theory that the frill of Triceratops served as a defensive mechanism, similar to the plates on the backs of Stegosaurus. However, the most armored dinosaur of the era was undoubtedly Ankylosaurus and its close relatives. Their backs were shielded with thick, bony protrusions made of keratin, similar to human hair. Combined with their low stature and sturdy limbs, such armor made them nearly invulnerable to the claws and fangs of predatory dinosaurs. Research and reconstructions of various dinosaurs suggest that many would instill fear even in the bravest of souls if they encountered a human. Their enormous teeth and claws, paired with their speed and agility, would significantly diminish any chances of survival for humans if they coexisted. Among the numerous terrifying predators, the title of the scariest could easily go to not only Tyrannosaurus, but also Carnotaurus, Spinosaurus, and Gigantosaurus. However, while these were formidable predators, we have chosen to name Mosasaurus as the scariest dinosaur. These giant marine reptiles were the true rulers of the underwater realm and had little competition. Given that humans are virtually defenseless in the water, an encounter with a Mosasaurus would indeed be a nightmare scenario. Determining which dinosaur was the strongest requires some data on potential battles between these creatures and the outcomes of such encounters. In reality, scientists rarely find concrete evidence, such as claw or tooth marks on the preserved remains, making it unlikely that we will ever arrive at a definitive answer regarding the strongest dinosaur. It is clear that predatory theropods were generally stronger than larger herbivorous dinosaurs. Tyrannosaurus, Carnotaurus, Gigantosaurus, and others from this group can be classified as some of the strongest dinosaurs. However, they were still much smaller than their prey and significantly less powerful. Many indigenous Africans regard the strongest animal not as a lion or crocodile, but rather the buffalo, whose massive weight combined with speed makes its horns a formidable weapon against any predator. Drawing an analogy with the African buffalo, we have named Triceratops as the leader in this category. When we think of dinosaurs, we often envision giant lizards, but among them existed very small species. The smallest known representative of the dinosaur era is the tiny sharkdan, which was no larger than a modern hummingbird and was discovered in a piece of amber from Burma. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you found these facts about dinosaurs interesting, our channel has plenty of valuable information about these ancient reptiles and much more.